Hey guys, what's up? It is Solo, and today we're gonna be talking about a new theory. A new theory leading into Lightfall itself, and with everything that's just gone down, I'm gonna actually try to get some more of the triumphs done in the Castellum. Um, just because I want to get the seal, and for me to get the seal, I need to get a bunch of other stuff. I should probably go upgrade the Crown of Sorrow first. But basically, if you guys don't know, the last seasonal mission that we think is coming out came out today. It was this other mission that was on the left side of this the Castellum, and it was basically, so we saw an image of a portal in where the copies of Callus was during the trailer, and so as we saw that, I was like, oh yeah, that seems like it's going to be further in, which it was. It was the last thing of the season. But the big thing about it is the fact of, hold up. I'm trying to get this Nightmare Breach. But yeah, I'm trying to, so basically what happened was, and I'm going to give you a brief summary. I do have footage from it actually. But basically, it's Eris after last week was like, something's coming, you know, I don't think we're done, which of course we weren't, because there was the last week. But Eris is like, I don't think we're done. I think we need to fall back and figure out what's going on. And then, so she did for a week, came back and basically said, listen, Callus made it into the lunar pyramid. But if we want to fully stop him from accessing the lunar pyramid, we need to do another ritual. And so you meet up with Keitel, Zavala, Eris, and Crow, and go into the throne room for Callus. Now, as you enter the throne room, there's like this like circle of nightmares, and then they dissipate and you drop down into where all the copies of Callus were, which is basically like where you would in the Leviathan to collect loot. And as you drop down, there's like two rows of nightmares and then a portal. You jump through the portal and then you go to this like darkest hour or something. It's a long name, but you get in there and the only one there is Keitel. And as you're going there, you hear Crow and Zavala both get basically shot down a little bit. And yeah, so anyway, so when you get there, Keitel's like, Father, do you see me? And of course, when you get close enough, Callus is like, yes, I see you, all of your issues. And then pops up as a giant skull, as a lot of people will remember him from the raid. And that's the big thing, is remembering him from the raid. Like that. But basically, after that, next thing you see is that the first nightmare that you've ever faced, which was the nightmare of the fanatic, pops up. You kill him and you hear Crow's nightmare, the recovered memory of Aldrin Zov, say, you know, I guess I'll get one last time of being a hero out of the way. And then he does damage to Palace. And then Sophia talks, and I believe Gaul talks. And then as you kill Gaul and Caxus, I want to say his name is, or Caxus, whatever, the House of Devils guy. It comes to a close, and then there's a cutscene where it's Keitel like kneels and tells the Guardian not to touch her, and then Zavala comes in and sees Sophia, and of course gets emotional as Sophia, um, yeah, as he sees Sophia. Now this is the interesting thing. All three of them, Gull, Sophia, and Crow all fade away. Like they all just straight up vanish. And as Aldrin Zob's ghost like vanishes, he kind of just smirks at Crow. Kind of like the "I know you're gonna do good" type of smirk. And then as Sophia, okay, yeah, as Sophia disappears, of course, Zavala gets very emotional, and Kaido kind of comforts him because he comforts her about Gaul disappearing. And yeah, that's basically where we're at this point. And the big things to take away from this is A, Callus's name is changed to the Harbinger of the Witness, and the Harbinger of the Second Collapse, which is kind of foreshadowing for Lightfall. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's like a hard foreshadowing for Lightfall, because if you guys don't know, or if you guys like don't know, Lightfall is supposed to be or I guess was the working title for the DLC, but I think they decided to keep it because it like fits with how the DLC is. But basically the whole point of it, I'm gonna use a key. Whee! Yay! Red box below. Let's go. But like the whole point of it is the fact that, like, you know, the sound of Lightfall makes you think, ah, no, the Guardians are gonna fail. Like, and that's what's been happening, is we have been failing over and over and over again. I've yet to get the Triumph that's in here, which makes me sad. Because it's actually one of the ones I need. But basically, what my theory is for this time around, at least, is that in Lightfall, like, or at least leading up to it, I feel like we are going to see, sorry, had a hiccup there. Now, I think we're going to see a rise of Alice, and maybe even Zero Wrath when it comes to Lightfall. Because the big thing with Lightfall is I feel like it's going to be another defining moment of either choose the path that stays with the Traveler, that, you know, doesn't embrace the darkness at all, or find a different way to rise. And that's where my, like, poison subclass theory comes in, is the other way to rise, I believe, is going to be the poison subclass, because the big thing about it is in the last message of this season, you hear Eris say to the Drifter that he has something for him on the Lunar Pyramid. And that's the last thing we hear. And the reason why we know that that message is for the Drifter is because of how she addresses the Drifter. Because she addresses him as Rat, which he's very well known for being addressed as the Rat. So, and I feel like Eris Morn is gonna be the one. Oh, hi, robot. I feel like Eris Morn is going to be the one who brings us into using high poison magic, or like the witch's like poison field, you know? I feel like that will be like a big role that she's gonna play in Lightfall. Is that she's going to like teach us how to use it. As far as what we may see next season, we do have a few hints, maybe, from that transmission between Eris and the Drifter, and I feel like the Drifter is gonna have a heavy part in next season, because that would make a lot of sense for the simple reason of, you know, the Drifter is one of the beings who has kind of ushered in oh hey, you know, you can use the darkness too type, I guess, feeling into the Guardians, where you could actually, you know, believe that he's not trying to like BS you. Because you remember, right, when we were first introduced to the Drifter, he was basically a guy trying to take a hold of the Taken and use them for whatever he wanted. That's the, by the way, that was like the origin of Gambit, was that he wanted a force that he could control. So he made the Taken, or sorry, he made Gambit so he could get the Taken essence and use them against people. And we see this in his like little chat with Shinmouth, for whoever the hell it was. I think it was just a Guardian, but with the Hunter that he ends up having like a chat with. And so I feel like he's gonna have a big part to do in either the next season or the season afterward. Ooh, opulent key, I'll take that. And the big thing about it is I want to see if they're going to do anything more with the 9 as well. Because if you guys don't know, the 9 kind of like exist outside the realm, but also like have to help us sometimes. We saw this back in the like vestiges of the 9, or the, I guess, seasons of the 9 or whatever. Did I really not redeem that? I didn't. Royal Pulse. Okay. So yeah, but the big hint that comes as what we would be doing next season would probably be from the beginning of the message, where Eris talks about they're in the Reef. Now, it would be a little weird to like take away the Reef and then just immediately bring it back, because it'd be like, why'd you take away the Reef? But it could be they're just trying to put more, I guess, aesthetic things into it and then bringing it back. But it does sound like that they did go to the Reef to look at something or to talk. And that's where Eris and Drifter, you know, Eris says, hey, I have something for you. But we don't have any hints as what the next season could be called. For me, I'm hoping, because like this was like, everybody can agree that this season was kind of more like heavy metal, emotional themed, you know. Because like, I'm gonna be real, this is the first time I've actually wanted to buy a shirt on the Bungie store after getting it, after getting the achievement. Which, by the way, if you guys saw the initial post that they put up when the season went live, where it showed the this like cool like Doom looking shirt, the shirt that which is the one I'm talking about, is actually now live on Bungie store. You just need to complete all the Severance missions, which I've already done, of course. Feet of Greatness, okay. But yeah, it's definitely this one. But yeah, it's definitely something different And I feel like the reason why Callus is going to play a big part in all of this is because Callus, well, yes, we know Callus's body is probably somewhere still on the Leviathan itself. His spirit is probably with the Witness. So even if we were to find his body, it won't matter. Because I'm pretty sure his like being is with the Witness. And we know he's still alive because, well, just the way everything's playing out, it seems like he's still alive, but he's just no longer, I guess, trapped on the Leviathan. I'm not sure about that, though. There's not, like, a clear indication saying, hey, he's no longer trapped on the Leviathan, but from what we can tell, he got renamed to the Harbinger of the Witness, and then also, you know, his, like, premonition that we fight, which definitely gave me Leviathan vibes. Also, like, after that's gone, like, we've seen no trace of him, really. So that makes me believe that he's probably with the Witness. And somehow the Witness got him out of being, like, trapped on the Leviathan itself. So, yeah, I believe Lightfall is probably just going to be, probably both at this point. Callus and Xivu Wrath, because we have yet to see Xivu Wrath in game. We've heard, like, that her forces are coming, but we've seen one image of her that was a, like, drawing of Xivu Wrath, but we have not seen Xivu Wrath inside of the game yet. And I feel like that might be the next story beat as well, is they're gonna show us Xivu Wrath and be like, guess what? She's here, and she is mean, and she does not like anything that has been going on. We also have a bunch of other story beats as well, like the one chick, Aramis, the one fallen chick, Aramis. She's still, from what we know, she's still frozen on Europa. But from what I heard, there may be a storyline where she comes back. And if you guys don't know, there was actually a prophecy that was told in the Duality dungeon about the ship stealer and then a city besieged. Now, a lot of people, when they say, oh, a city besieged, they talk about, not the last city, the, Dreaming City. Because they're like, oh, if they were to talk about, you know, the last city, they would say it's the last city. But the thing about it is if this is written by Callus, I feel like he just I feel like it'd be a normal city to him, or whoever wrote it, it would be a normal city. I feel like a city besieged might be the last city. Because that would be the, like, biggest thing. And mind you, that might be Lightfall itself, is that the last city gets besieged. I love killing that guy. You know, the last city gets besieged because, you know, everything's going wrong. And we have royally fucked up to this point. Like, especially with, like, the Dreaming City and Riven. You know, we've done so much stuff, including, like, the Witness. Like, the Witness now knows where everything is because Gaul, like, got the better of us, got the light, and then it awoken the Traveler, which awoken the Witness, and oh boy. But anyway, I feel like it's gonna be interesting to see how Bungie proceed forward. And, like, I know there's a bunch of people who are like, oh, well, that's it? That's all the season had to offer? Was that, like, really anticlimactic story mission? And it's like, not every season's gonna end with, like, you know, a live event of, like, the Traveler restoring itself or a big story boom, you know? Because this very well explained the fact that the next seasons are gonna hit a lot harder, because we know that the next seasons are more than likely going to prove that you know, not only are we kind of not prepared for the witness, we're also going to go into, you know, from rumors, sounds like we're going into another collapse. And if that happens, well, it'll definitely be a new era for Destiny itself. But anyway, guys, that's kind of my, like, I guess, theory. This is going to be coming out as an extra video since I'm off of work this week. So, yeah, we won't have to wait until next week for me to upload this video. But regardless, guys, I'm going to leave that one there. Let me know your guys' theories about the next season or potentially Lightfall in the comments below. You know, I just finally realized that that's the bell. Anyway, yeah, leave those in the comments below. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. But guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.